Hey folks, got a 2012 Rav4 here with a 4-cylinder. We are going to change spark plugs on it. All right, let me show you how we do spark plugs. The ones I'm using is NGKs. This particular number here is the 4469. Long number is LFR5AIX-11. Okay, got to be careful with these NGKs, depending on where you buy it. There are a lot of bootleg ones, right? Those are the ones you got to watch out for. You know, you can tell some of the bootleg ones. Number one, the writing across the spark plug there would be a little blurry, not as crisp. On top over here, you also see like a little tiny dimple over there. The bootleg ones would not have the dimple in there. The most important one is right here, right where the porcelain meets the metal part here. You're going to see, let's see if I can show up close, it's a little powder. Looks like talcum powder. See it? You will not find that on the bootleg ones. See right here? Right here, you can wipe it right off. Okay? The bootleg ones do not come with that. For some reason, they have it nice and clean. So, I don't know why they do that. But anyway, spark plugs are right in here. Let's take this cover off, folks. Put it off to the side. And put it up on top here. Okay? And your spark plugs are found right inside here. All right? You got a connector. You squeeze this tab. Okay, that'll lift this little lever up, and you pull the connector out. 10mm bolt comes off here to remove the coil. Give the coil a little twist. Pop the coil out. Get a 5/8 spark plug socket, and take the spark plugs out. All right. So, like I said, these are the ones I'm going to install. They come pre-gapped already. They're roughly around 36 thousandths, 35 thousandths. It's good enough. All right. I usually don't try to gap them because the inside electrode there, that little tiny one over there, is very fragile. You put any tool in there, you're going to break it and you're going to have a problem with it. So as long as there's a gap in there, I let them go. All right. So let's start. Let me see if I can set you up over here in a way here so it's out of my way. And we'll go get this job done. All right. No particular order. It is freezing cold in there, 25 degrees right now. So I pre-did the connectors out for you. So I won't break them, right? But basically, you should have squeezed this little tab. It lifts this little corner up over here, and it releases the tab. You have a problem, you take a little tiny screwdriver. While you're pushing it, just give this a little bit of a lift if you want to, just to clear it, and then you'll be able to wiggle it out. But be careful, this is over a 12-year-old, 13-year-old car. These things are going to snap, and you're going to have a problem. All right, so once you take that off, put it off to the side, you'll be okay. Get the little 10mm ratchet socket. Break that loose. Take a 10mm out. Your coil, grab it nicely, give it a nice little wiggle, and pull it right out. It should be okay. It shouldn't have no burn marks, should have no oil on it. If you do have any oil on this, that means you have a leaking valve cover, and you're going to have a problem with that. All right, so this is nice and clean. Put that off to the side. All right. Look, it has a little boot over here. Came off. I'm going to leave it right there. This actually comes with the coil. So, you know what? Let's throw it back on the coil. There you go. Now, let's switch over to the 5/8 for the spark plugs. Lefty-loosey, people. Drop it straight in. There you go. Let's go spin it off. Use a spark plug socket, not just a regular 5/8 socket, because it comes with that little rubber or foam boot in there. That's going to help you lift this spark plug up and out of here. Unless you have the magnetic socket. That's another one that's pretty cool. There it is. Up and out. Let's take a look at this spark plug. Got about 100,000 miles on it. We changed the first one at 100,000. It's now a little bit over 200,000. Look at that. You can see that gap on there. Let me get a gauge and see if I can gap it. See how much it wore out in 1,000. Look at that. You can actually see it's a pretty nice gap in there. Pretty nice size. See the difference there? Yeah. That'll mess you up with your gas mileage and stuff like that. Let's get my little gapper here. Just for little giggles here. Let's take a look. See what is gapped at. Got the round one. I used to have a snap-on one, but AutoZone makes the same one. It's a little round one. Stick it at the smallest end and bring it all the way around. Wow, look where it is. It is at 61. That's how much it wore out to. And the original one, the replacement one, usually ends around 35, 36. So this one is around 36. Can you see it? There it is. Yeah, it's crazy, huh? 100,000 miles. Look what happens to the spark plug. Look at that. It goes all the way around, halfway around. Almost at 60. Right? Looks like 59. And that's why we change these spark plugs. 100,000 miles. You go and you change them, people. All right. Gotta put this in here. Take the ratchet off. So you can drop it in nice and easy. Straight. Do not drop it. Drop it. Nice and easy. Because you do not want to bend that electrode. And just turn it slowly. Righty-tighty. Okay. It should come out just as easy as it should go in just as easy as it came out. Okay, if you're having a hard time turning this, you got to cross-thread it. You need to stop. Pull it back out and double-check your work. All right, because then you have a problem. There you go. Now we set the ratchet back to install. There is a torque spec in here. Car's old enough, I'm not worried about the torque spec. But make it nice and snug. Don't pull on it too tight because you will snap it, people. And you snap the spark plug in there, you're going to have a problem. All right, so let's put this back on. Don't forget the little boot. It's going to go in a specific way. Line up the little bolts for here. And you can actually feel it snap right in. Okay. Then this guy is going to go in here. And we'll switch back to a 10 millimeter. And we'll turn it in. Turn it in by hand first if you want. And then the bottom end, you just have to give a little snug. Right? It's not going nowhere. You do not have to crank it down too crazy. Okay? Then now you just take your plug and you plug it back in. All right? You hear it snap? You can see the dirt come out of it. All right? You want to do another one? Then I'm going to show you all 4 of them because that would be boring. Not like all the other videos I show you. All right? Same thing. Squeeze a little tab over here. This should come out. Believe me, this engine was full of oil before. I had to clean it with brake cleaner. Okay? Spin this off. Save that off to the side. Grab your coil. Give it a little spin. This one actually came off with the little seal. All right? Nothing wrong with this coil. Back to the spark plug. Got a nice little 6-inch adapter. Extension. You probably don't need it that long. Go right in there. There you go. Spin it right off. There it comes. Right, it's pretty clean. There's no big oil spots or anything like that, so the car's running really good for a 4-cylinder with over 200,000 miles. Can't beat that. Let's check the gap on this one. All right, start it over here. This one is going to go. Oh, this one. Look at this one. This one's going to stop at 60, just at 60. That's where it is. Same thing. All right, you can see the gap there. Big difference there. All right, so yeah. Time for spark plug, people. Well worth it. There's the new one. Like I said, I don't bother gapping them. They're fine just the way they are. As long as there is a gap there. That iridium center over there is pretty sensitive. All right, same thing. Let's drop it in nice and slowly. Then we'll turn it by hand. Here you go. This job is fairly simple. The hardest thing I'm going to say is getting the connectors off. Okay? Because you don't want to break them. They sell replacement connectors if you want. Otherwise, I've seen people wire tie them on. You know, they wire tie them on, and it holds there. All right. Same thing here. The coil. Drop it right in. Line the little bolts there. That goes in there. Let's put this one in here. Line up that bolt. Screw it in by hand. Get my little 10 millimeter. Nice and snug. Listen, it's not going nowhere. Okay? Not going nowhere. Same thing. Here's the plug. Line it up. Put it in and snap it in. Ready? There you go. Hear the snap? That's what matters. All right? Now you do the other two and you're good to go. All right? That's it. Spark plugs. And listen, you can change the coils at the same time if you want to. Some people do that. It's got 200,000 miles. Some people say, I'm going to change the coils. Coils range from, I guess, maybe $30 to as much as $80 depending on where you buy them from. All right? But me, I believe in leave well enough alone. Car's running fine. Coils are fine. They're very easy to change. So no sense spending 4 coils right now if you don't need it. Because sometimes the replacement coils are not as good as the OEMs. That's just what I say. All right? So they're easy to change. So even when they do go bad, you can just change them on your own. Simple 10 millimeter a bolt and unplug it. All right? So that's it. I'm going to leave you guys alone. Continue to do the other 2 spark plugs and get in the warm house before you're done. All right? Thanks for watching, folks. Ciao. All right, here's a closer look at the gaps of the spark plugs. You can see it right there. Okay. Look how wide it is here. And here. Here. And here. All right. See how it wears out? That's why we change them. All right. Thanks for watching.